name's Jake Hannan. I'm one of the co-founders of Conexie. Strata and multi-tenanted buildings. It's a billion-dollar industry in Australia, but it's currently operating under a number of disjointed software solutions, ultimately resulting in low customer satisfaction and inefficient, costly processes. So I'm gonna make a crazy assumption here, and I think that almost everybody in this room has either been involved with purchasing, renting, or at least living in an apartment building at some point in your life. Now, how to think about when you're doing that? If you ever had to submit a maintenance problem, maybe you had to ask a question or find some information important to you. Maybe you knew the right person to ask, maybe you didn't. Maybe you got acknowledged, maybe not. The common theme here is there's no transparency. Let's take a look at why this is. This building right here is City Observatory Tower. It's a residential building just off of Circular Quay. There's around 123 apartments in this building, which means there could be up to 400 residents living here at any point in time, all dealing with either one strata manager or a combination of them and a building manager. Now, this person has to deal with hundreds and sometimes thousands of requests, not only with all of the residents in the building, but also tradesmen, external stakeholders, and emergency services. Now, think about how difficult it is staying on top of those day-to-day problems when there's that many. Let's take it a step further. What about when there's an actual emergency, like a fire and everyone has to get evacuated? Or what about someone gets a heart attack on the 25th floor and they have to go find them and bring that person out of the building? What it comes down to, sharing information is difficult, connecting the right people is complicated and unreliable, and this ultimately leads to fractured and unproductive communities. To solve this, we created Conexie. I started Conexie along with 2 full-time firefighters because they see the downfalls of poor communication every single day. And what we do is we've created a platform that's designed and optimized for large groups of people who share a common interest but are not on a common platform. So when we sell a product in the buildings, these are the typical platforms we see all the time. Email, text messages, Facebook and WhatsApp groups. Let's take email, for example. Super easy to send an email. A lot of times they go unnoticed, untracked, and you might not even know if the person you're sending that email to is the right one to answer your request. So these things on their own aren't the main issue. What happens is people try to combine and marry these platforms together in a way that just doesn't work. What Conexie's done is we're the glue that pulls these all together and make them work in a much more efficient way. When communication doesn't happen properly, you don't only waste time and money, but in some cases, like my co-founders see, it could lead in catastrophe. So what we set out to do is not make a solution that's reactive like the ones you see up here, but a proactive tool to address issues and concerns before they become an actual problem. So what's Conexie do? Here's a look at some of the features that our customers are using right now. For the owners, tenants, and occupants, we provide a communication key that makes your building totally user-centric. Our fully developed native iOS and Android app allow you to report problems directly to people who could action them. You can stay on top of important information and concerns important to you at all times, like our digital notice board, for example. We empower you to vote, chat, and stay updated on outcomes that will shape your residence. Provide feedback capabilities to ensure your voice is always heard. And we also have an emergency capability platform, helping emergency services evacuate buildings and locate victims in a much more efficient way. For the strata, building managers, or any other administrator, what we do is we increase your individual capacity, job satisfaction, and resource allocation. We take a 5-minute phone call and we turn it into a 10-second submission. We take all your daily, unique live tasks, put them in a single dashboard so that you can have exceptional outcomes by providing you the tools and information that you need. We make living in the modern residential ecosystem safe, engaging, sustainable, and enjoyable. So our business model, for owners and occupants and tenants, we're free for you to download and use, and we always will be. For our direct sales model, we target strata and building management, charging them a one-time setup fee and training, and then we're $2 to $5 per apartment or unit per month, depending on scale. We also actively seek out channel partners. These are companies already selling products and services into multi-tenanted buildings to add us onto their portfolio through a wholesale model or a referral fee. So in the first months of this year, me and the team have already booked in $50,000 in recurring revenue locked into 5-year contracts. By the end of this month, we're planning to manage over $1 billion worth of assets, which equals over 2,000 individual users in New South Wales. We're also aggressively trying to increase our market share in Australia's growing landscape of over 1.2 million residential buildings, equaling over $13 trillion worth of assets. So I've been talking about strata today, but this communication problem isn't specific to them. All these companies you see here have approached us to solve their communication problem and are benefiting from Conexie. Now, while they all seem like different organizations and industries, they share a common theme. Large groups of people who share a common interest but aren't on a common platform. Our team's comprised of 3 founding members, all with years of digital workflow optimization experience, and we've done business in Asia, the United States, and Australia. So what's next for Conexie? We're currently opening a seed round of $300,000. What does that kind of money buy you with our team? We initially raised an angel investment round of $300,000, and with that money, we took an idea and brought it to a market-ready product. We saw our team win an Australasian Startup of the Year award. We gained access into a corporate accelerator program, which validated our solution, and we started generating revenue. What we're looking for now is to put this money directly into operational costs so that we can focus on hitting our next goal of $500,000, which will trigger a Series A round, which will facilitate Conexie to grow like a hockey stick. If you're interested in jumping on board, or you think your organization or residents can benefit from Conexie, please contact myself or someone from the team, and we'll help you out. Thank you.